Novak Djokovic gave his reaction to Boris Becker after seeing his old coach rooting against him as part of Holger Rune's team. Novak Djokovic admitted that he expected to see Boris Becker on his feet spurring on Holger Rune as he faced the Dane at the Rolex Paris Masters. Becker previously worked with Djokovic but is now coaching the world number 7 and could be heard telling his charge about a weakness from his opponent's side during the match. Djokovic was able to avenge his previous losses to Rune, however, coming through 7-5, 6-7, 3-6-4. Djokovic came up against his old coach and good friend Becker on Friday night as he faced Rune for the first time since the 20-year-old started working with the 6-time major champion. Ahead of the tournament, the Serb confessed that it wouldn't be that nice or comfortable seeing the German in his rival's box when they did meet. But he was able to get through it in a thrilling 2-hour and 54-minute contest, despite Becker trying to help his player by telling him that Djokovic was struggling mid-match. Rune managed to save a match point on his serve in the second set, eventually forcing a tiebreak. "He's feeling it too. Keep the points short," Becker could be heard telling last year's Paris Masters champion ahead of the tiebreak as Rune appeared to be cramping when he asked for salt. And his tactics worked as the 6th seed was able to force a decider before crashing out in 3 sets. The 55-year-old repeatedly stood up to support Rune throughout the match, but it didn't take Djokovic by surprise as the world number 1 later explained that he knew exactly what Becker was like. "It wasn't disturbing. I expected it. I know him well. 3 years we worked together," Djokovic told Eurosport when asked what it was like seeing Becker on his feet. Quote, "I know that he obviously prepared Holger very well because he also knows my game very well, but we haven't seen each other much in the last 5-6 years. My game has evolved a bit. I'm trying to mix things up, not be very predictable. But again, it was a big fight and Boris knows very well what it feels like being in a dog battle, going toe-to-toe for the last shot." The 24-time Grand Slam champion was also happy to see Becker back in the circuit, adding, "I love the way he supports his player. He was great for me for 3 years and we had great success. Whatever happens with the match, we still are very close friends and I'm very glad to see him." Meanwhile, Rune himself admitted that he knew Djokovic would change things up to try and lessen the advantage of any extra insight he had from Becker. The 20-year-old said, "We talked of course a little bit before the match on the game plan and what to do and his opinion on Novak. Becker obviously knows him pretty well, but I didn't manage to beat him, so we didn't do a good enough job, if you can say so.